everyone, Brett Roberts here with the Big Data Beer team, and we are doing a new series, and it's called Beards, Reading Books, Drinking Booze. Stay tuned to find out what book we chose first. Alright, so welcome back everyone. Now we're going to decide what book we're going to read first. Before we do that though, in the spirit of beards, reading books, drinking booze, what are we all drinking tonight? And Aaron, I know that book there is not booze, so
yeah.
I was just plugging my
calm
book.
down on the book suggestion here, Aaron. I know you're really excited. She's plugging her own book.
I know you're trying to triple your readers, but it's okay.
It is available on Amazon.
It is. I have to look it up.
It's a very good book. Very good.
So I'm drinking a vodka martini on the rocks right now I actually put a little bit of lemon bitters because I ran out of lemon earlier, so it's actually quite delightful. Tito's vodka, and it's a dry one, so a little bit of dry vermouth. Banks, what are you drinking?
I am drinking a Sam Adams Rebel Grapefruit IPA. I do love their Rebel IPA. They call it like a West Coast IPA, I think they call it. And now they've done some flavors, and I love the grapefruit one, and I love my little koozie from Cincinnati, from one of my favorite stores. So
that's cool. Yeah, Sam Adams is right down the street from me.
Yes.
At walking distance, which is always delightful.
Yes, always
Thomas,
delightful.
What are you consuming tonight?
Hold on, I want to ask you guys. Have you guys tried the? It's not an IPA, but the is it Adams or Sam Adams 1776?
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh! I think it's like a light beer. Oh my gosh, it is amazing.
I know
what you're talking about.
It's like the light blue, kind of like Carolina blue can.
Yep.
You got to grab some of it. But today, so I'm drinking from the Sweetwater Brewery in Atlanta. I thought it was a different IPA when I first got it, but it's their Mammoth IPA. Not too bad. 6.3% alcohol per volume, so pretty good. Pretty good IPA. There's a lot of theirs I like. This is the first time I've had this one, but it's pretty tasty. So,
are either of you on the Untapped app?
Yes,
no.
I don't always use it though.
Oh, okay.
You're the one. I think you're the one that got me into it when I was doing when I did a presentation for you. We had Vivino, and you showed me Vivino. Am I saying it right? Vivino,
yes.
Is that the rap?
Yes.
Vivino, yep.
Yeah, and
so
then
you told me about Untapped, and I grabbed it.
Yeah, if you're.
I don't always use it, but it's a pretty cool app.
Yeah, I like it. That's the only way I can keep track of all my beers, so it's good. I like it.
Yeah. So for the audience, this is a new segment that we came up with, and we thought it'd be cool to pick a book every couple weeks, read it individually, and then come back and just talk about it. Do a little bit of a book review, book club-esque type feel, but with the thread being all around data analytics and some of the other periphery technologies that support data analytics, like security, for example. So this is our first one. We're going to pick the book tonight, and really what I think we're going to do over the next 10, 15 minutes is just talk about some of the topics that we're interested in, some of the books, and make a decision. So,
and this is kind of, if anybody's watched, our previous videos where we were going through Andrew Ning's course, this is kind of, we just had fun as a group getting together and having this interaction, and we wanted to keep it going because we all passed, right? Remember that? Woo! All three of us.
Oh, yeah,
woo!
Right? Still need to update my license so I can get my certificate, but I've got it out there. I passed the course.
So ridiculous.
Hey, just real quick, I would be remiss to say we didn't cheers yet, so cheers, everyone, to a fun segment.
Thomas, did you ever get your shot done?
I did not.
Oh, no.
I finished the course, but I didn't take a shot, so.
On camera, at least.
Might have to pull that one off. Might have to figure it out.
Maybe we can follow up with another video on that.
Just a video of you taking a shot.
Yeah.
Well, what books have you guys brought to the table? What are you interested in?
Other than my book?
So, Aaron, just so we can get this out of the way, we'll give you 22 seconds to give a shameless plug.
Yes, a couple of years ago, I wrote a book called Access Control, Authentication, and Public Key Infrastructure. It's a great book. Believe it or not, it's very interesting because I try to make everything fun and exciting. So I wrote about like 4 or 5 chapters in the book, so I didn't write the entire one. But my name is on the cover. So anyways, you can buy it on Amazon. It's a good book. And they still sell it at the RSA conference. there's nothing more exciting for me than to go to that conference and see my book in the bookstore. It's pretty nice.
When's that conference?
It was last month. It was like a couple weeks before when we were in Vegas for that other conference. So
March time frame, you think? Is it normally in March? Is that what you're
It
saying?
was in April.
Yeah, April.
Okay.
It was like 2 weeks before Dell Technologies World. You do have 4.4 out of 5 stars on Amazon, so a couple people like it at least. So that's awesome. If it's anything like the other work that you've done, check it out. It's a good book, probably.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate that.
Maybe this week we'll read it. We'll see. But so
okay.
your 22 seconds of shameless plugs are up. What else did you bring to the table tonight?
I literally brought books, so we'll start. I love buying books, but I don't always have the time to read them. And I'm dying to read this one, right? The Subtle Art of Not Giving Up. Beep. So that should be interesting. Although I feel like I already kind of am this book, so I don't know.
I was going to say that you just imbibe that title.
Yeah. I don't know if I really need to read it. I've been dying. I have 2 copies of this, believe it or not, Thomas. I have a hard copy and a soft copy, and I should have read this years ago. I know.
So I'll tell you, Banks, I saw a video on YouTube, and I forget who did it. It was like 2 years ago. It was someone who reviewed the video. ThomasHenson.com. Check it out. But I saw the video 2 years ago. I mean, you're a little 2000 and late maybe on that one.
It's
I
good.
haven't read it either.
I thought I was late when I read it and did the video. But it's still a good book. I'm not discouraging anybody from reading it, and I would read it again.
Yes.
I've got it saved on my Kindle. But honestly, I read it in a weekend. Like once you start, it was just so awesome.
It's really good, and everyone does. To the point, yes, it's an older book, but it's really important, and everyone should be reading it. That's coming up the ranks in IT.
I wish I could write a book like that around data analytics. You see what I'm saying? Like to give a story about like all the things that I've seen kind of go wrong, and kind of be able to do it in a story that kind of is relatable, but it's not your traditional IT book. I think I don't know. I was really inspired by reading that about wanting to be able to do something like that.
Yeah,
that might be your next project. That sounds like a good summer activity.
Yes, because I'm a teacher and we have summers off.
Yeah.
All right.
We all know that. And then what's the last one?
And the last one. So everybody lies. Big data, new data, and what the internet can tell us about who we really are. So I think. So
I had that on my list too. Why did you pick that one? Or why is that on your list?
Look at that. I have like a little index card for myself. So I can't. Well, to be honest, Brett. I have a lot of books in this closet back here, and I don't know. This one like popped up in this. I've been dying to read it, so that's basically when it comes down to it. And I just think it makes sense. I mean, it's just I love the fact that it says everybody lies because I truly believe that, and how data will always like find the truth in all of it, and I think that's really important. So I don't remember when I bought it or what kind of intrigued me to it.
Well, I'll tell you, it's also the number 1 hit when you Google big data books fiction.
Really?
So that's how I found it. But looking into it, it's actually it's interesting. To your point, the data reveals all, right? So it seems like a very cool book to kind of, especially in this day and age with everything you're hearing in the media. Let's get grounded a little bit more with. Data being the source of truth.
Yeah,
now, granted, you can manipulate it, but data in its purest form is the source of truth. So that's what caught my attention as well.
Yeah. And you, Thomas?
Yeah, I'll say, that one was kind of on my list. I know Banks and I had kind of talked about this one before, and I think a couple other ones. And I kind of, I was looking at some of the technical books, and I'll talk about some of those here soon. But, Banks is the one who kind of had steered me on, Kathy O'Neill's Weapons of Math Destruction.
Yeah.
So I hadn't really read the description of Everybody Lies, but I assumed it was talking. Yes, that one is an amazing book, and it's something that got me out of my comfort zone reading Weapons of Math Destruction. So I figured this one would too, from because she really talks about in Weapons of Math Destruction how we're all flawed human beings, right? I think we can all agree on that. It's nothing new to say, but we're also the software engineers and the data scientists. And we can pull our biases or pull biases into our algorithm.
Right.
So that's what I thought Everybody Lies was going to be about. But I don't know. I thought it would be a good kind of follow up to that. So it was kind of on my list. So I don't know. I'm not going to show my hand too much here, but I think I'm liking that suggestion too. And then the fact that Banks has it too. I mean, I kind of want to help her out to read some of the books she's got. Oh my gosh, how many books does she have?
I know. Look at it. This is another one. Swearing is good for you.
She's just pulling out books that don't even relate to big data anymore. So let me ask you guys this real quick.
Stack.
You know, there's two different avenues we can go. Oh yeah.
It's classic.
I don't know if you can see this over here.
We all got bookshelves. There you go.
And down there as well. And that's a Make Data Great hat again, by the way.
I was gonna say. I was like, Brett, what is that?
It says data on it, not America. But so we were talking about this earlier. There's really two paths we can take. A more, I don't want to say leisurely, but more fictional, maybe a little bit more of an enjoyable book, or a more technical book, right? Maybe something like an O'Reilly book, a great partner with us. But personally, I kind of, especially for this first one, would prefer a more leisurely, maybe a little bit more lighthearted, fictional, something that's more thought-provoking rather than technical. But what do you guys think?
I don't know. So I think I will be remiss if I didn't bring up Kyle. So Kyle Prinz, he had a couple suggestions, and so he was looking at bringing in like doing something around TensorFlow for deep learning, or maybe some of the deep learning with Python. And so I really wanted to do one of those, but I promised the group. So internally, we run our own little Slack and we have conversations. So I promised the group, since it was my suggestion for the Andrew Ning course, and then it was such a brutal course. It was good. We needed to learn those things, but it was long and kind of drawn out. So I promised that to do this, we were going to take a smaller chunk. And I think doing something non-technical would kind of be around that route. And then also, I think I would be outvoted, and Kyle's not on today to vote, so I don't get to carry over his vote. But
he gave me his vote. He gave it to me. I wanted to vote.
So you're going to do something you want.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't have to vote the way he would vote. You just get to vote.
I would vote in his spirit. Yeah. Let me make this recommendation, because
I did have to bring up this one though, the one that I have. So I got this at a internal training. And so I have to read this either way. So I'm kind of being like, hey, we should try this one. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to get outvoted. But this one's really good. It's by Michael Taylor. It's really a really good guide to neural networks and kind of what's going on with deep learning. So I did want to bring that one up, and I might bring it up at a later date. Maybe.
So in remembering Kyle, and since he can't be here, Kyle was gracious enough to, after staying at my house for 2 days, buy me the cartoon Introduction to Statistics, because he thought that I needed to brush up on it. And I will tell you, it is a delightful book.
Wow.
Wow,
Kyle,
that's pretty cool looking.
Thank you. It's for ages 9 and up, so I barely make it in there. And I just made that up.
I have a 6-year-old, so I mean, I'm thinking that I might do that.
But
did you show him your certification? Did you show him, hey, I got I've got my machine learning by Andrew Ning course that I had finished?
Every chance I get.
Did he show you his, or no?
He showed me all his Splunk certifications. I'm just gonna.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
cut
that.
that off. Yeah. But let me propose this idea. We do a fun book, and then we do a technical book. And we
technical books are not fun.
Well,
not as fun.
Not as fun. Yeah. Wow. No, but you know what I mean. Like a book that's
easier
more
to digest,
thought-provoking, and then
I can do an audiobook. I mean, seriously, you can do it as an audiobook. So.
Yeah.
Well, I subscribe to that. Like, I pay for Safari subscription like every year, so I really like that. And those, I really think, to your point, to do a book like this, and then to do like an O'Reilly book could be beneficial and kind of like at least be.
Yeah, break it up.
I was really hoping that you would pull out your book as the second one, a book like this, and then a book like this one.
No, mine is a good book.
Drinking game. Cheers. Every time she talks about her book.
So if I had written a book, I would talk about it all the time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would tell everyone.
Yeah.
I've done Pluralsight courses, and I feel like every conversation I have with somebody new is about, hey, do you know about Pluralsight? Let me tell you about Pluralsight and these courses that I've made. So,
Yeah.
So the other book that I thought about was Life 3.0, Being Human in the Age of Artificial Intelligence, and this is by Max Tegmark. It looks like a pretty interesting book. Just around, it's a fiction book, but I'm reading the description because I actually just found it a little while ago. But it's all about taking a look at what's real and what's believable, and humans interacting in an AI environment. So I think it's a little bit more on the full abstraction side, other than everyone lies, where it kind of blends in between. But it seems like an interesting book just to have some fun, and it's also fairly thought provoking. It's also on the New York Times bestseller list, and the cover looks pretty awesome too.
Yeah.
So that's my recommendation for a book. And Thomas, to your point, we will have many of these, and I will continue to bring this up until we get to talk about it.
yeah. I mean, I thought this would be a whole lot more contested, but I feel like anybody even watching the video can kind of see where we're going. I really thought we'd argue. I mean, because when we were talking
I'm going
about
to push for Life 3.0. Let's go with a good, fun book to start, and then do some more of the nitty-gritty type books down the road. I mean, I think Life 3.0 is a good starting place, and
I figured we would go over everybody lies.
Well, I'm going to contest it just so I can get your hopes up.
Well, if you have Kyle's vote, I guess we would come to a. My assumption is Banks, just because, full disclosure, we talked about this at Dell Technologies, Aaron and I, but everybody lies.
And I don't need another book. This is just the ones I have out. These are just. I have two more over there.
Get it eventually. You might as well get it now.
Yeah, but then she can.
Okay.
Then she's not carrying over technical debt from other books that she has not read.
So Kyle just texted me, and he's all in for Life 3.0.
Just a reminder to everybody also, if you're going to buy from Amazon.com, make sure you smile.amazon.com. All your purchases, percentage of your purchase goes to a foundation of your choosing.
What'd you say? At the Smile?
Smile.amazon.com. So you can pick like an organization that you want your money to go to, and they just do a small percentage. But still, Amazon's doing it.
Cool. That's a good right there.
Yeah, because what's the book as I write it down? Or put it in my Amazon cart?
Life 3.0.
Wait a minute, the vote's not over yet.
No, I am not. I'm just putting it because he's right. I probably will eventually buy it and add it to my list of books that I need to read in my life.
So I'll tell you this.
You can make a list without buying the books.
You can.
Do you have? All right,
I can't.
So hold on. Let's before we get to our vote. This is something, and for all the listeners, I think this is going to be very valuable. I wish I had found it earlier. It's actually an Amazon company. Amazon purchased them a long time ago. I had this idea to make this app, but this app's so amazing I wouldn't be able to beat these folks by the time I found it. It's called Goodreads. Are you guys on Goodreads?
Yep.
I will find you on Goodreads. Banks. So Goodreads is an app like Vivino. It's an app you can scan in your books. It's free. It loops in, so you can track all the books that you've read, and you can put meta tags on them too. So so my goal for this year is I wanted to read 40 books, and so I'm tagging all my books in 2018 and kind of tracking that progress, and I've been doing it since I think 2014, and so I can kind of look back and see how many I've read, but I can also add books to my wish list too. So anytime I see books, but it's social, right? It has integration with, and I know you've made some videos on Facebook, so I know you're on Facebook, but you can go in and you can follow some of your Facebook friends on Goodreads and see what they're reading and what they're tagging. So when they read something, you can add it to your list, but it's not purchasing it for you.
Yeah, fair. That makes sense.
Cool.
I like it.
Yeah.
And then you wouldn't have to write it down on a Post-it note just to buy it so you didn't forget it later on. You could just do it in the app. And so I think it'd be kind of cool if we could maybe set up something social since we're doing this and users are watching us, where hey, it's like go find us on Goodreads, or maybe we can create an account for Big Data Beard about the books that we've read and we've reviewed on here, right? And
so I love that idea. Let's create an account. Let's do it a Big Data Beard account.
Yeah.
I'll set that up. If you're watching this, go on to Goodreads, follow us, check out our progress and our reviews, and and
we'll put a
enjoy it.
link in the show notes here.
We'll
we'll have a blog post. You can, if you're watching right now, go to the comment section here, and you can go back to Big Data Beer. There's a link, the very top link, and you can go back to and find the post for this video.
Yeah. So I'm going to make another case for Life 3.0. The number one buzzword this year is AI. Everyone's talking about it. Even in our Big Data Beer podcast that you can find on iTunes and Android and Google Play, our first rapid fire question is, when will, Skynet go online? We're all talking about AI. I think we would be remiss not to have our first book be a fun or an enjoyable book about AI that we can have a true discussion about. I think that's a great way to start off the series. And then we go from there into some of the other books. But why not start with the most popular thing of the year and where everyone needs to go? But
didn't you say the first thing that you Googled on Big Data books was Everybody Lies? So why wouldn't we go with the most popular one?
But that's just, it wasn't the first search. It was the first thing that you can buy on Google Shops, where you have the ads at the top bar. But if you go to the top
never
10
click the ads.
If you go to the top 10
books, wait a minute, you should always click the ads. If it's a good ad and it gives you what you want, you should click the ad.
Well, that's subjective, because if you have to click the ad to figure out if it's good or not, so you don't really know for sure.
No, if the ad meets your needs. Dude, I have ads all on my blog. Please go click the ads because they're great. They're great things.
That's different. That's not what I said.
That's a different ad. But
but still, if they're providing value, right? If it's providing value and you feel like it is, you should definitely click the ads. You shouldn't click the ads just to click the ads, right? But if it's providing value up there, then you should click it.
I'm not talking about the ads on your blog site.
I'm talking about it on Google too. Like I'm saying, if that top ad is giving you value, I mean, there's a lot of times I've found things off clicking that top ad.
Anyways.
Right. That might be a discussion for a different day. This is a #1 bestseller.
I was like, I will cut you.
No, I know I'm right about this one.
We got a Banks cut. Drink.
But did she mention her book? What?
No, I didn't. I'm being a good corporate citizen.
So that's my case. #1 bestseller.
I don't understand how 30 minutes ago I'm talking to you and now this is your suggestion?
Yeah, I'm a little confused too.
I found it. I fell in love with it, and I don't like to.
When did you find it again?
You fell in love with it?
15 minutes before we started recording. No, I've been wanting to read this book for months. Like, it's been on my wish list. I've been trying to find the time, and what better way to read a book that I've been really excited about than with two of my bearded friends and Banks.
That's nice. Thank you. No comment. I don't know. I'll leave this up to Thomas.
I would like to stay with Everybody Lies, but I could.
Drink.
So I don't know what to do.
I feel like we need to do like Banks Bingo or something.
Yeah.
All right. How about this? We make a deal. We'll do Everybody Lies to start, and we'll do that. But then the third book, so we'll do a technical one next. Okay. Our third book is Life 3.0.
How about this?
I'll put it in my card.
We don't know who will be. We don't know who will be on the Big Data Book Club on the third one. Well, I'm just saying we might have more people. What if Banks and I pledge our vote to you, and so that if we have two more people on, then we win. But I'll pledge my vote for the third book to you.
All right, and let's put it to the audience. So how about this?
That's fair.
If you've read Life 3.0 and you liked it, give us a comment in the comment section.
That's a great.
Let us know. If you think it's not a good idea, if you don't want to listen to us talk about Life 3.0, let us know as well, and we'll take your input into consideration. This will be a month or two down the road, but let's at least hear from you. I think it's a good book. Check it out. Google it. Read the description. If you think that I'm just an idiot, which I am, then let us know and we'll go somewhere else. But if we don't hear from you, I get the two of yours votes and I get to listen to this probably around July.
This is great. So audience, if it is a bad book or is not something that you would like for us to read, save Banks and I and even Brett from having to go down that route. But if it's a good book, let us know.
Yeah, and if you're disappointed that we didn't go with Life 3.0 to start, just give me a hashtag Team Brett in the comment section.
Wow.
But if you're happy with, Everybody Lies, go
Team
hashtag
Banks.
Team Thomas and Banks.
Yeah.
So let us know what you think. This is supposed to be fun. Like, we want to have fun with this.
Yeah.
Hence the booze part. So let us know.
I agree.
So we're going with Everybody Lies.
Everybody Lies. Let's try to do. What do we think? Do we think this is something we can do in 2 weeks?
How many pages is it?
It's not too bad.
Handy that we have somebody that already has the book. Couldn't do this.
I'm gonna get it on Audible. Audible.com.
I'm a huge. Are you Audible too? Man, I love Audible.
Yeah, I have the.
We should try to get a sponsor. If we could get a sponsorship from them, that'd be awesome. They're an Amazon company too.
I'm actually gonna shoot them a note tonight because with what we're doing here, it falls right into their wheelhouse.
Yep. How many pages, Banks?
So before the conclusion, it's 270 pages.
So are we not reading?
And not bad, like not too crazy because it's pretty small.
Yeah.
So it's 7 hours and 39 minutes on Audible.
Oh yeah, man, I'm done. I'm done in a week.
In a week. Now I'm flying to North Carolina tomorrow, so I'll listen to it on the way down. And how about, do we want to do a midway review, like halfway through, like a checkpoint, or do we want to finish the whole book?
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. I don't know.
I'd say we do it midway.
Okay, I'll have to pause myself and not go too far. So.
Well, midway's subjective, but let's say a week from now, we come together and we talk about, wherever the least common denominator is, like the earliest in the book, we talk about that. Or audience, let us know. Do you want to hear about the book halfway through, or do you just want to wait till the end and we talk about the whole thing? Let us know in the comments section.
Cool.
I'm
good with that. So we're gonna do Everybody Lies. Pretty excited. So next time, is everybody gonna bring a different beer as well?
Yes.
Or I'm sorry, different drink. Sorry.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with a Manhattan next time.
Ooh.
Yeah. I might go something.
I'm classy like that up in Boston.
I do like a good
I'll
Manhattan.
try to bring something from the Shoals here to showcase.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, guys, it's always a pleasure chatting with you and just having some fun talking about stuff. And I look forward to reading this book. Although it is my second choice, it's not the LeBron James of my draft pick. He was number one.
I think Kevin Durant is number one.
And
it actually would be. It would be LeBron James because it was the second choice. So.
I also struggle because I am a Celtics fan and it's a wrestling series right now.
Yes. So shut your pie hole, because you should not be talking about Cleveland or LeBron or anything this week with it at a 2-2 tie. Like,
have you watched
please.
the last two games at all, Banks? Because I feel like your special power of you controlling the games by watching it is gone.
I know. It was. I can't even. I don't even. Different video. I can't even. I don't need the stress right now.
This episode, we're going to come back to you after we've read Everybody Lies. We're probably going to come back at the midpoint. Let us know what you think about that. Also, make sure that you subscribe so that you never miss an episode. Follow along. Let us know what you think. Did we make a good choice? Should we have gone with Brett's choice, or did Banks and Henson make an amazing choice as well? Until next time, we're going to follow up.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, everyone. See ya.